Have you always wanted to keep plants and add some greenery into your home but could never manage to keep them alive? Well, stay tuned to this video because today I'm bringing you 3 indestructible plants that almost anybody can keep alive and invite nature into your home. Hey guys, my name is Kovi and welcome to my channel. If you guys like anything plant related such as plant advice, plant tips and tricks, plant tours and DIYs, then you might want to hit the subscribe button at the bottom. Don't forget to hit the bell icon and turn on your notifications. Hey guys, so today I'm going to be bringing you 3 plants from my collection that are practically indestructible. Now the reason why I'm doing this video is because over the years I've come across so many people that tell me that they'd love to keep plants, but either 1, they don't have the time to take care of any plants in their home, or 2, that every time they bring home a plant it always seems to die. So I'm bringing you the 3 plants in my collection that have been put through so much of neglect, so much of abuse, but still managed to pull through, still managed to grow and survive in my home. And one of the plants, my number 1 pick actually, hasn't even been watered for over a year. So stay tuned for that reveal at the end of the video. Okay, so my 3rd pick for most indestructible plant in my plant collection is the Dracaena sanderiana. Now this stunning plant has shiny green foliage and it has these stems that kind of remind me, if you take a closer look, there. It kind of reminds me of bamboo. So it gives me that mini bamboo kind of vibe, that mini forest vibe. It kind of reminds me of pandas every time I look at this plant, because I think every time I picture a panda in my head, I always picture them munching down on bamboo. This plant is super easy to keep, and the reason why this plant falls in my indestructible category is because of how resilient this plant is. It is a no-brainer plant. Anybody can keep this. It doesn't take much to keep this plant alive, to be honest. It's been growing in my house for the last 17 or 18 years in a dark corner. It just got water now and then whenever we remember to water it, and it still grew. And the story behind this plant was that I kind of got annoyed that this plant was growing so long and leggy, so I wanted something more lush and bushy. So after 17 years or 18 years of neglect, I just pulled it out of the pot and I chucked it outside. And after I think a week, I checked up on the plant and it was still alive outside. No soil, no nothing, and it was still alive. So I said, okay, this plant kind of intrigued me, so I took it, I snipped it up, I cut it up, made it shorter, and I put it into soil. And I just left it once again outside in the cold and just forgot about it. I did not even check up on this plant for about 2 months. And then after the 2 months, when I went and checked up on this plant, I noticed when I picked up the pot, it was just packed with roots. And it made me feel kind of guilty to see that this plant was still surviving, still thriving, despite my neglect, despite my abuse that I've been giving it. And it made me feel so guilty, guys. So I brought it back into my house, I gave it some TLC, wiped up its leaves, and now it's as happy as can be. So easy care plant, doesn't take much, can survive in low light, bright light, water once a week, water once a month. It doesn't really matter with this plant, to be honest. It just can take abuse. Okay, so if you prefer small, cute type of plants for your office desk, kitchen counters and windowsills, then you're gonna love my 2nd choice for most indestructible plants in my plant collection, which is the Sansevieria Hanii. Now this cute little plant is another no-brainer plant, perfect for beginners and people that don't have time to actually take care of their plants. This plant can take low light, high light, and little to no water for a long period of time. Now the reason why this plant actually falls in my category for indestructible plants is because over a year ago I pulled it out of its pot and just chucked it aside, and it's been sitting in a bowl just like this, no soil. Sometimes it sits in water, sometimes it just sits dry for months on end, and it just keeps on going. It's showing me a point that despite my abuse, despite my neglect, it is still surviving and thriving. So number 2 on my list is the Sansevieria Hanii. Perfect for beginners and people that don't have time to take care of plants. Okay guys, so we've reached my final and number 1 most indestructible plant in my plant collection, which has taken the most abuse and most neglect from me throughout the year, and it is the Sansevieria zeylanica. This plant is the ultimate plant when it comes to neglect. It is another no-brainer plant, perfect for beginners, perfect for people that want to keep something green in the home but just don't have the time to take care of anything. Another bonus of this plant is that it is listed in NASA's top plants for air purification, and it also releases oxygen at night. And the reason why this plant falls under my number 1 ultimate indestructible plant in my collection is that the last time that I watered this plant, guys, was over a year ago. And it was in May 2019 and it is now July 2020. So over a year ago, for this plant to look this good, no water, low light or hardly any light throughout the day, I think it is our ultimate and number 1 most indestructible plant. Thank you guys for watching. If you guys enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up and hit the subscribe button. Also let me know in the comments below if you want to see me continue this experiment to see how long this plant lasts without water, or if you want to see this plant finally get some water. Cheers guys.